Origin 1 highlights, brought to you by the all-new Holden, Colorado.
New South Wales had a 7-year itch, and Laurie Daly was handed the job of scratching it. His new look outfit had the benefit of opening the 2013 series at home, which as expected was bathed in blue. Queensland knew they'd be under attack from the opening whistle, especially in the air. And when Brent Tate failed to defuse James Maloney's dangerous cross kick, New South Wales were offered an early opportunity to land the first significant blow.
It goes away to Pearce again. Lewis, a tap down to Hayne. Hayne's over. There's the first try of the game. Jared Hayne scores his 8th Origin try in his 17th game. And only his 3rd game in his pet jumper, the number 1.
The New South Welshmen pitched their tents in the opposition's half for almost all of the opening quarter and came up with a couple more points when Cameron Smith's illegal strip presented James Maloney with the simplest of shots to make it 8-0. And the Sydney Roosters' pivot's willingness to take the line on also presented the New South Wales attack with an extra dimension.
And Maloney goes through, races inside the 30, steps up his right foot. He was looking for support.
It took over half an hour for Queensland to ask their first serious question of the Blues' defence.
And Cronk has got runners to choose from, and Thurston goes away to Darius Boyd, and Boyd into touch in the field of play.
That's brilliant.
However, the champions couldn't match that kind of desperation in defence when Michael Jennings applied the blowtorch shortly after.
Picked up by Jennings, the tackle count restarts, Jennings stepping, Jennings is close, Jennings is very, very close, he may have scored. Michael Jennings has scored, I think, for New South Wales.
Speed is power, power, power. Reach out and slam it down.
The first 40 finished in explosive fashion when a couple of rugby league's toughest characters sized each other up in centre field.
Oh, there's a big punch up in centre of ground. Nate Miles with a left and a right from Gallen, and they both landed flush. There was a little push and shove, and then Gallen has landed left-right.
Gallen found himself being put on report, not for his flurry of punches on Miles, but for an initial swinging arm in the tackle that triggered the Donnybrook. However, the New South Wales captain was less concerned with the state of play as he led his team to the rooms with a 14-0 advantage. The rival skipper attempted to spark a Queensland resurgence on the other side of the break.
Now Cameron Smith looks to get away. He's on his way, and Cameron Smith is over the line. Was there a second movement?
Just got the feeling this ball carrying the arm is going to hit the turf short of the line there, and he can't promote it to there.
The temptation to extend his arm proved too much for the normally level-headed hooker, and it was left to his outside backs to find a way through, with Justin Hodges finally igniting the Maroons on the right.
Hodges out of 1, Hodges out of 2, Hodges out of 3. Here's Brent Tate on the end of the line.
Before Greg Inglis followed up on the other side.
Here's Cronk, out to Thurston, the quick spread is on, out to Greg Inglis, the famous fend, now to Boyd, and Boyd scores for Queensland, again.
That brought the difference back to 8 as the Queenslanders again went to one of their superstars.
And Miles into the middle for Billy Slater. Slater's gone down to the 30-metre line, Haynes after him, Haynes got him, one-on-one.
With Haynes shutting his opposite number down, New South Wales were assured of victory as time ran out. And despite being held scoreless in the second term, they'll take a 1-0 lead to Brisbane for the return bout on June 26. David Rowlands, NRL.com.
Origin 1 highlights, brought to you by the all-new Holden, Colorado.